All right, baby, this is Old Master right here. King of Big Dog Style. Master of the pop-up headbutt. King of the trailer court. The Southern Psycho. Right here. Y'all listen to Wrestling Cheers. You dummy if you ain't paying attention. Listen, subscribe, like, share, all that business, baby. Old Master right now. I'm going to drink some light beers.
Taking your way in the world today takes everything you got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You want to go where you can see that troubles are all the same. You want to go where everybody knows your name. You want to go where you can see that troubles are all the same. You want to go where everybody knows your name.
And welcome back to Wrestling Cheers, where everybody knows your name, especially when the lobby smells horrible. This is Wrestling Cheers, where we like to talk about things going on Northeast Ohio independent wrestling scene. We preview shows, we review shows, and sometimes we even have interviews along the way. This is a review episode of last Friday's AIW show, Gauntlet for the Gold 14. I am your host. I am Heavy Set. Please rate, review, and subscribe wherever you listen to this fine podcast, whether it be Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, TuneIn, YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or Podbean, WrestlingCheers.podbean.com. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Facebook.com/WrestlingCheers, Twitter.com/WrestlingCheers, and Instagram.com/WrestlingCheers. Email, if you so choose a desire, WrestlingCheers@gmail.com, and we still have the merch store over at whatamaneuver.net. Like I said, this is a review episode, review episode of AIW's Gauntlet for the Gold 14. And this week, I have Kayden.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. I'm on these episodes a lot now.
Yeah, you even made a comment to me about coming back full time.
Hey, it works.
I do that, and then you're going to be like, yeah, I got shit to do today. I'll be like, okay.
No, I do nothing with my life outside of wrestling.
And I also have Stacy,
who is also on this show a lot lately.
I like that we have a nice back and forth dynamic of your household, back and forth between you and Pam being on the show here.
True. She handled the preview show, and I'm here for this. So,
like, it's a tag team. It's like, all right, your turn in. Slap. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, we had Gauntlet for the Gold 14. Like I mentioned in the opening, if you got to stand in that lobby, oh, good God, was that horrible.
Man, I'll be honest, I really, and I'm sure this happened for every person who walked into that lobby, but I walked in and in my head, I went, man, who smells like cat? And then, somebody smartened me up within a minute or two. That, oh, no, the building smells like cat piss. It's not a person.
I thought more basement. That damp, moldy, musty basement. That's the smell I was getting. But I did hear other people too say cat piss, so I get it. But to me, it was just basement. And the fact that there were things in that lobby that kind of look like an older basement, like with that fireplace and everything. And every time I'd have to walk through there, it was always bad. I would never walk through there. I'm like, oh, it's lightening up. No, it still smells like garbage.
Yeah, I was in there long enough, in the room where the show was happening. I was in there long enough that I forgot that the lobby smelled like cat piss. And then I was like, oh, I got to use the bathroom. And as soon as I hit those doors, I was like, oh, motherfucker. Oh, okay, well, I got to piss.
And then I think with the water damage, too, every time I'd go from carpet to linoleum trying to go to the restroom, my feet would slide a little bit. Not necessarily, about to slip and fall, but I was just like, oh, shit.
Oh, no, I was about to slip and fall. I almost ate shit in front of Matt Cross's grandma.
That's great.
Yeah.
I mean, great that you didn't, but in front of her, that's kind of funny, too.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume she would have laughed, and that would have eased the pain of fucking breaking my ass. But yeah, no, going off that carpet into that back hallway,
not a fun time.
Nice. Nah.
What did you think about the smell, Kayden? You were there the longest, or one of the longest.
I just try not to breathe. It's not a good time in that hallway.
Was it kind of like summer Mount Carmel shows, where you're kind of like going in and out of like, all right, I got to get out of this smell, go out into the fresh air, kind of like what we do at, like I said, at Mount Carmel, where it'd be like, all right, it's getting really hot in here, got to go outside in the hot air too.
You could also compare it to Absolution 10.
Oh, I know I've mentioned it many times. The smartest thing I ever did at that show is I never walked outside. So I just stuck with it the whole night. But then as soon as I walked out, like, it felt so good. And I swear I chugged a gallon of, like, sweet tea afterwards.
Yeah, that building was death. This one wasn't nearly as bad. Just smell-wise.
Anybody who ever bitched about that fish fry smell at Akron? Nah.
No.
No. That's nothing. This set a new bar from that.
I didn't even have an issue with the fish fry smell.
No, not at all.
I don't either, but we all have heard people when we're there, I'm sure.
But after we finally got out of the lobby and into the show, we go into the review part of the show, as we started off with a match that was not advertised, but may have gotten spoiled for people. We had Lee Moriarty versus Trey Lamar versus Louis Linden versus Wheeler Yuta versus Facade versus Zach Thomas. As Facade has called himself, he's the king of the AIW Scramble matches. And outside of JLIT, I don't know when the last time he had a singles match.
I think he said it's been like 3 years.
2017, it was against Alex Daniels.
Wow,
Yep.
That was at that was a bar show.
Yep. It was a Manor show.
I remember that.
I believe... No, that was not the show. I was about to say it was Kolopek, but that is incorrect, I believe.
Did that main event? Or no?
No.
Okay.
The women's title match main evented that.
Oh.
Because travel stuff.
Yeah, that was the last time we seen... I think that's the last time we seen Zoe Sky.
No. Might have been the last time you did. She worked a Winchester show.
Yeah.
This last one?
No, the one before.
Oh, yes.
Against
yes.
Alley Cat.
I totally forgot about that. I remembered Alley Cat, because that was when were we trying to do... We did do Cat Toys that time show.
And Wrestle Rager, too.
Well, that got ruined.
Like most things we tried the first time.
Wrestle Rager was putting the wrong person in charge of it, and they just gave it to Alley Cat.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm not throwing anybody under the bus, but I know what was bad with that one. I took charge of the last time that we threw him at her. But anyway. So yeah, we started off with the Scramble match, and is there any memory you guys have of this match?
It's a fun little opener.
Yeah.
Got the crowd awake.
I like anytime we get to see, like, almost all these dudes in a match. Like, Wheeler Yuta, I wish he was on every AIW show. That dude's fantastic.
He's pretty close to every show now, which is good.
Yeah, I want to see, like, not to parrot what Facade said, and I understand why these six-way matches are on the shows, but I would like to see some of these guys in singles matches. Like, we got Wheeler Yuta in a singles match once, and it was great.
Against Louis Linden.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, I'd love to see that dude versus Facade, or that dude versus Trey, or versus Lee Moriarty, or, you know, any combination of these dudes in singles matches would be rad. Maybe JLIT will give us some of that, but yeah. But this match was fine. For what it was great, but...
It was a good way to start the show.
Yeah.
Zach Thomas is now Taz.
God.
He's rolling with that now, apparently.
Yeah. Hey, man, it's better than his old music.
Hell yeah.
Current Raw theme.
And I like that it trolls people. I'm kind of cool with that.
Yeah, that's actually like probably one of my favorite Kiss songs, but it was because I realized like, oh, this is what Taz stole his theme from. Awesome. And someone actually using it, I'm like, fuck, why not?
Yeah, sure, go with it.
Better than his old music.
Yep.
Oh, 100%. I also agree. It's great that when we see, you know, like more of the Moriarty, Wheeler Yuta, I second that one. I mean, Trey and Zach are pretty much staples, and you have the older school staples of Louis Linden and Facade. Like if you're gonna open, especially open with the Scramble, like I had no issue with it. Trey Lamar got the win via what Kayden put down as a headlock driver.
I turned my head for 2 seconds and missed it. So don't yell at me.
He didn't. He yelled at me. So I even told him, I'm like, dude, Kayden did it. And he
I will correct myself here as a snapmare driver, I believe.
Next.
So, there you go.
Next up, we had MJF versus the franchise, Shane Douglas. Didn't really take notes on the promo back and forth, but kind of your usual MJF of, you know, tearing down his opponent, and especially someone who was a legend, and Shane Douglas coming back out and talking his shit. I thoroughly enjoyed that whole part.
Dude, MJF is really good at what he does. Like,
Understatement.
We should all be real happy that we're getting all this time of MJF at AIW, because that dude is amazing at what he does. Like,
There's a reason he has a contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a real reason he does. That dude's gonna be a star. Like a big fucking star at AEW, assuming everything goes right for that company. Like he's really fucking good.
He's going to be in WWE in a few years, according to him. Right, Kayden?
Uh-huh.
Did he say 2 years?
Yep.
So next summer will be the moment of truth.
He's signed with everyone except them so far. Good job.
Could you imagine if he went to Impact?
I can't imagine anybody's going to Impact.
I mean, they got Josh Alexander.
And he's a lot back in the States, so...
Hey, man, I'm happy for that. I'm an Impact fan. It's rough these days.
These days?
It was good for a little bit. It's just, it's what it is right now.
The roster's good, though.
The roster's great. The roster's fantastic.
They just need to have a stable TV deal where they don't lose it after a month and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's their problem.
Somebody gave me a new way to watch the stream, so I don't have to watch their awful Twitch feed. And it's better. But
is it supposed to be on the new app or no?
Who knows? I haven't looked at anything about that.
Well, I think as of this recording, I think tomorrow is when the new Impact Plus. How you doing, Disney? Impact Plus is going to be debuting. So by the time this comes out, it'll be after the point. And I suppose it's going to be on every platform, which is something I think is kind of cool because not every promotion does that.
I don't know. Here's my thing. So WWE has their app, right?
Yeah.
And there are so many subscription things that you can get now. There's High Spots. There's the Independent Wrestling.tv. There's that other one that you have a commercial for.
PowerSlam.tv, cheap plug.
Now there's this Impact one, and it's just so. And there's New Japan, and there's All Japan, and there's too fucking many. At the end of the day, there's too fucking many.
Pretty much, if you're a wrestling company, you have a streaming service at this point,
or you're on a streaming service.
Exactly.
Everybody can't just have an over the top. It's not going to work. Everybody's not going to be successful with that either. Each of these companies needs to carve out their own niche instead of just copying what was successful for the biggest one. I don't know. That has nothing to do with Gauntlet for the Gold.
I'll just throw it out there because I've said it before. My biggest issue with New Japan is why they don't have an app on every platform. That I find annoying.
Yeah, maybe it's because it's Japanese based and it's the translation. I don't know. I'm sure there's a logical reason for it.
So MJF and Shane Douglas.
Yep.
It was fun.
Yeah.
The match was fun. There was the surprise of the turn of Twan Tucker.
Was there an official breakup of oh god, I'm even forgetting the name.
Party Never Ends.
Party Never Ends, yeah. I kept wanting to say Alpha Beta Duke. I'm like, no, that's not it.
Yeah.
I think technically maybe at UXWA.
Sort of at the bar show, I think.
Oh, yeah. I guess there was some of it at the bar show.
That's kind of where it was just alright, we're done.
Because basically...
Parker Pierce is with Dan now.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say, that they've both gone in different directions.
Yeah.
though the dynamic of MJF and Big Twan, like we seen more of it later in the night. I fucking love it.
Yeah, dude. Whoever came up with that idea, good on you, because it's real good. It's really good.
How about you, Kayden?
This was just fun little match, ECW style crowd brawl stuff. Yeah, they did go to the crowd for a minute.
Yeah,
it was fun. Nothing insane, but it was very enjoyable.
Shane Douglas, he's of a certain age. He can do certain things. He did all those things good.
It was cool seeing him again.
Yeah. I was shocked at how good Francine still looks, to be honest. Like, she does not look like she has aged as poorly as many others from her generation have.
Yeah, I'll give you that, because you could see the aging, but not as poorly. Yeah, there's some that just look horrible.
Some that are...
Yeah.
So, MJF won after assistance from Big Twan Tucker.
That's the best way to put it.
That was.
And then a lengthy speech by Shane Douglas.
Yeah, I think that's his thing.
It is.
Because he did at the bar show too, that he did the surprise showing at. Like,
every time I've seen him wrestle, he has done that. So I can confirm that is his thing.
That's fine.
It's cool.
It's just a little long, but it's fine.
I mean, I couldn't complain too much about it the first time because we did get free pictures. He didn't charge.
Yeah.
So.
Was he charging? What were they charging this time? I didn't go over for it.
Same. Do you know, Kayden?
Usual.
I think it might have been 20.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask someone.
Yeah, I didn't. I'm trying to remember everything that I spent money on. Oh, the one thing that I made, literally, I darted for, threw my shit down, and I ran to M-Dog, and I bought one of the Best of Backyard Wrestling posters.
Dude, I'm so mad at myself. So here's what I did. I got high, and then I went in and I got my seat. And about during this match, during the show, I went, oh, fuck, they had those Best of Backyard Wrestling posters. Nope, not anymore, they don't.
I thought they still had some at intermission.
I didn't see them. I looked. I didn't see any at intermission.
Damn.
I walked over and they weren't there. But
so what you're telling me is you were going to get a poster, but then you got high?
Pretty much, yeah. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, that was like I said, the one thing I darted for. I always have, not say always, but a lot of times there'll be that one thing I want, throw my shit down, and I make sure I get it. Like when the Chandler Biggins memorial shirt that they did, I threw my shit down, ran there, and I was one of the few people to snag my size. And I think they sold out that one really quick. So, fuck yeah. But
yeah. It skipped my fucking mind, man. I was bummed. But
it was $40.
Hey, man, where are you gonna find another one?
Oh, dude, that was the exact thing I thought of, because I thought it's gonna be about 20 or something, and he's like 40. I'm like, yep, well, I'm not getting one anywhere soon. So here's $20. I mean, here's the $40. The only thing that I forgot, and I'm kicking myself in the ass, is I meant to bring my PS2 game of Best of Backyard Wrestling and have them sign it, because I'd have 3 different copies of that cover signed and then the poster.
Well, the good news there is I'm pretty sure you'll see Josh and Matt around.
Yeah.
But those posters, those aren't. You're not going to find
Just
those.
don't go selling that on eBay.
It's funny that you say that, because all but the first DVD that I bought like that, I haven't had them personalize it. I haven't had M-Dog personalize it. And he makes that comment oh, I don't want to see it on eBay. And I'm like, no, dude, this is going for my personal collection. I just don't. Sometimes I think some things look cooler without the personalization like that. If it's an 8x10, fine, personalize it. But if it's something I want to post on the wall, give or take. That one, I'm like, J-Pro had already signed it. So I was like, yeah, just have you sign it normal.
Yeah, sometimes I care, sometimes I don't care. If it's something I know I'm never going to want to get rid of, I don't care. I have Texas Chainsaw shit that's signed to me that I'm real glad is. I have other stuff that's not. It's fine. But
yeah, I think I'm looking, because right now in my site I got a football signed. Well, a bunch of 86 Browns, and it's not personalized at all. But because I think sometimes when I think of autographs, I think of something like that where it's just signed.
Right.
And granted, I'm like, I'm never going to sell that football. I'm not going to sell that poster. Like, I don't even know if I've ever really thought about, like, if I get something autographed, normally it's like, I like this person. Even like the 8x10s. That is more of like a collection of having those too. So I don't know.
Right.
Anyway,
that match isn't for a while.
But we're stalling to get into the next match. We have La Familia de Tijuana versus To Infinity and Beyond for the AIW Tag Team Championships. I forgot to actually put that in the tweet, but maybe because I was just like, these fuckers. And LOL, To Infinity and Beyond wins.
Yeah, I can't tell you anything about this match. I went to the cat pee smelling bathroom.
It happened.
Yeah, that's about the best we can say.
It happened. It's not a dig at Cheech and Colin.
Hey, man, you know, they're both of those guys are fine wrestlers.
As much as I dig at them usually, I do not hate them.
Oh, I don't hate them either.
This match was just not good.
No.
It was not. And they tried to make it good. It just didn't work.
Yeah. I would imagine. I didn't see it, so.
Yeah, To Infinity and Beyond retained via roll-up, which kind of what I expected.
Wow, roll-up. That's a hard-ass finisher.
Best finisher.
I mean, does To Infinity and Beyond lose the titles
No.
before Toy Story 4 comes out?
They just don't lose them ever.
They're going to have them till Toy Story 5.
What happens first? They lose the belts, where he actually gives that RVD shirt to Pat.
I think they lose the titles.
My money's on the titles, yeah.
Yeah. How about you, Kayden?
They lose the titles first. Never getting that shirt.
That's a funny story. If you've heard past episodes, it has been mentioned that Pat wants Cheech's RVD 420 shirt.
Dude didn't even wear it on
the rap show last year.
No, the rap show's coming up.
I know, last year I think he wore it on said show.
But what I'm saying is, like, maybe he'll wear it or bring it to that show.
We'll see.
This year.
But last year the rap show was actually on 420.
Bingo.
That's true. I still thought...
But this year everything's off.
Yeah. I still thought that show should have been either Friday or Up in Smoke. Next up, we have the final match, the final North American match of DJZ. It was Flip Kendrick, Deranged, Gringo Loco, and the man himself, DJZ.
This match was really good.
Yeah.
It ruled. As I said.
Definitely the right participants. And we had a thing that I mentioned after the show was, like, the theme of the night was reactions. And one of the first ones was here, when Gringo Loco comes out with his old theme, and Pam goes nuts.
Man, she lost her fucking mind.
I think a lot of people did.
She loves that old Gringo Loco theme, man. Like, she legit jams that at our house on a regular basis while doing, like, the Gringo Loco dance. That's real shit that happens in my house.
It makes sense.
This match was really good. I had never seen Deranged wrestle in person before. Like, I had never seen that dude.
Because he retired for a little while, actually. He just started wrestling again this year, I believe.
He's good.
Very good.
You know, one thing, this match and another match, and maybe it was just where I was sitting, but did you guys feel like the crowd was a little dead?
Yes.
During it? Yeah, me too.
I was dead for most of the show because of I've mentioned this to you guys, but my new work schedule, and now I come straight from work to these shows, and I normally try to be in bed between 9 and 10, 11 at the latest, and this show went on until midnight.
Wasn't helping.
No, like, I felt half dead. I still persevered and went through, but I don't, like, I was feeling it. I really was feeling it, and this might have been one of those moments, because sitting for all the other matches, like, yeah, I'm really starting to feel so I had to walk around a little bit, and then knowing everything we had coming up, and then obviously the main event itself was going to be long and all that shit, but...
I got back from Bethesda less than 24 hours before the show started.
Wow.
So, yeah, that was still bleh for me.
Yeah,
I was alive, but not my usual.
Yeah, maybe there was just a lot of that, like, just everybody was worn out for different reasons, but This match and another one, I was like, man, the crowd's kind of dead.
They were into it, but not like going nuts for stuff.
Like when big spots would happen, the crowd would pop, but you would get that dreaded fucking like murmur sound.
Yeah.
In the room where like there's like 80 conversations happening at the same time in one room, but nobody's like cheering or clapping. Yeah. I felt bad because this was a really good fucking match. Flip Kendrick is really fucking good. Can we talk about that for a second?
Real good.
How fucking good Flip Kendrick is. My God. Like, you know, not to break kayfabe for anybody, but he's so much fucking better than his brother.
Oof.
Like, how the fuck isn't he get all the fucking, like, the praise that dude gets? Because Flip Kendrick is goddamn good.
You just defended half the AIW fan base.
Whatever. If they're offended by the truth, I'm sorry.
Hey man, Flip Kendrick's real good.
He's really fucking good.
How many places does Flip Kendrick even wrestle anymore?
I have no idea.
Not many. It's him and Lyndon are just kind of like AIW guys.
But Lyndon also has, I mean, it's not much, but he has All Wrestling.
That's still like just in Ohio though.
And then
they just worked in Michigan.
And then he just got booked for welterweight wrestling when it's going to be in a different state.
Oh.
It's just, oh.
Yeah.
I just thought that was funny. I'm like, oh, he got booked. Oh, it's in a different state. Okay. Makes sense now. Okay.
Alright, that's okay.
Yeah, but I thought this match really fucking delivered.
Yeah.
Like, it was
lots of big dumb flippy stuff.
Tons of it. It's great.
Wait a minute. Was there no horn spot?
Nope.
Wow. That just hit me.
Yeah, that never happened.
That's crazy.
I kind of like that it didn't happen.
Yeah.
That's like, it was kind of an ode back to the way he was before this last change in his, because he's been working the last few times that I've seen him wrestle. He's wrestled not the same match, but like, you know, it had the typical spots. It had the spot for the horn in it, usually multiple times. It was kind of cool to see it not be that for his last match in AIW.
Yeah.
I'm glad it didn't happen just for once.
If it would have been in there, I wouldn't have complained. But
yeah, no.
The fact that it didn't happen, and I'm just now realizing it, is a good thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because it wasn't needed and it wasn't missed. So, yeah, that is fucking nuts.
He had a nice send-off, too.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of the, tradition. Everybody gets something, whether they get to cut a little bit of a speech or whatever. Wrestlers come out and, surround the ring. Nobody's ever going to, I don't think, is ever going to touch the Gargano of an hour speech. But
nope.
It was a speech.
But totally happy for him. He did get the win, which did surprise some, at least by us. But at the same time, I mean, did it matter really who won this match? It was probably handpicked by DJZ, or as far as we've been told, it was handpicked by DJZ. Makes Correct. A lot of sense. He wins. That's cool.
And it was a fun match.
He wins.
And they were all dudes who are really good at doing that lucha stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was good. It was a really good match to have right before the intermission too.
Yep. So then we had the intermission.
And I hope to see Deranged back as much as possible.
Yeah.
It's real good.
JLIT?
Yeah, I'll take that. Everybody that's in that match that can come back should be back. Like, they're all great.
Oh, well, Flip, obviously. Yeah, he'll be back. Gringo, I feel like that's obviously, but at the same time, I feel like he's not around as much as he was for a while.
He'll still be back, though.
Yeah.
So, Deranged is the only one left.
I think the only thing that'll keep Gringo Loco away is if somebody scoops him up, which I would not be shocked if that happens in the next year either.
Yeah. I'll also throw this out there. I feel like he's also just one of the flat out good dudes.
He's a great
100%.
dude.
Yeah, great dude. Yeah, that's a better way. But he is a great dude. Like, I think if he were to just show up at a show, not be booked, like, he'd still have so much fun just hanging out with people, interacting with fans. Like, he's
just being a fan.
Yeah, he's really genuine. Like, I've had, like, cool conversations with him like that. Totally love the dude.
Yep, I ran into him Mania weekend. Great. I had a conversation with him. I like that dude a bunch. He's a real good dude.
All right, this took us into intermission, and then we'll go to a quick intermission. We'll be right back after this commercial.
Are you tired of the same old pro wrestling? Then check out the amazing action on Powerslam.tv, the biggest indie pro wrestling channel in the world. Get over 4,000 hours of the best pro wrestling events from over 110 of the biggest names in the industry from over 15 countries around the globe. Get your free trial today at Powerslam.tv.
And we're back, and the second half was fucking stacked. I don't know how, like, the first half was a little shaky with some of these matches, but the second half fucking delivered. And we started off with Joshua Bishop versus Matthew Justice for the AIW Intense Championship. Holy shit. Who wants to start?
Oh, man. So I knew, and I think Matt Justice might have been the one that tweeted this, but I had thought it already at that point that Matt and Josh were stealing the fucking show, whether it be this Matt and Josh or the other Matt and Josh.
Whoa.
And this Matt and Josh stole the fucking show.
Yeah.
This might be Josh Bishop's fucking year. Like, he, from Mania to this, two of my favorite matches this year in wrestling in general have been Josh Bishop matches. He's a fucking beast.
Pun intended?
Oh, also, Kenny fucking Wang at the show, screaming shit for Justice and Bishop. Shout out to Kenny Wang.
Because we're not in, like, the same kind of gym, his voice doesn't echo as much. I didn't know where he was. I couldn't hear him.
Yeah, I didn't know he was there.
He was there.
I seen him.
He was there. He was yelling.
Like, I seen him, but I never heard him. And that's what got me.
He was, like, kind of behind where I was, so I could hear him. Like,
yeah. Because at Mount Carmel, he was always, like, kind of, like, behind our section, but still, like, how that gym was set up, like, you know, you could fucking, I think you could hear him anywhere.
Well, yeah, I mean, that gym was all just, like, concrete and plastic bleachers.
Yeah.
Now we're in a room that's, like, wood paneling and some other, you know, whatever the ceiling's made out of.
Some sort of basement.
Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, his, you know, shit doesn't echo as much, but he was definitely there. Man, this match was just, a brutal motherfucker.
As predicted.
Yeah.
Oh, and let's just talk about it. Joshua Bishop wins via crucifix bomb onto a chair. Your new Intense champion, Joshua fucking Bishop.
Yeah. How about that?
It's a way better time before this one happened.
Agreed. I think too, like what you mentioned, Stacy, about two of the top matches so far this year. I mean, us, 4 months into it, has been Joshua Bishop.
Yeah.
Of the two, which one, if we said, like, all right, end of the year right now, match of the year, which one you putting?
Dominic Greeny.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm leaning that way right now, too.
Dude, not only is that, like, my favorite match of the year so far, that fucker slid into, like, my all-time somewhere.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, like, I really, really, really fucking like that match a lot. This match was great, though. These two could fight for the rest of the year on every show. I'm fine with it. Like, from now through Christmas, just go, go, go. I wouldn't get sick of it.
Can it be said that one of the best things to happen to Josh Bishop in the past year was the falling apart of No Consequences?
Yeah.
For sure. That can be said. I think it benefited a lot of those guys. I think being in No Consequences also benefited a lot of those guys.
Yeah.
Go back and look at the 10-man tags that they had.
Yeah. It was a different thing than what the production was. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
The production was a thing that you could see going forward. The No Consequences was more of a thing of convenience to get all those guys together.
Yeah.
And it worked. It gave them all ways to get experience and mature, and now some of them are doing crazy shit like Josh Bishop is. And it's great.
Then we have, with also, Trey Lamar, and you would guess Chase Oliver when he returns from injury, because that was really starting to, like, pick up a little bit of steam of just those two.
I would assume that those two would just pick up where they left off once Chase can wrestle again.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, Trey Lamar is doing things like winning this fucking scramble on this show.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I think having been in that group benefited all these guys, and I think not being in it has benefited the ones that are currently around and active.
Yeah, the only one that we haven't really seen or heard much from, but there's reason behind it, is Gary the King Baller.
Yeah, he's busy.
Yeah,
he's got,
He's doing stuff.
Yeah, for those who don't know, just touch on it lightly, is he has schooling outside of wrestling that is taking priority right now. So if you have been wondering where he is, that's where he is.
He's making sure that he's not going to be a broke wrestler his whole life.
Yeah, pretty much. And as far as what I've heard, he's good at it. At least grades-wise. Yeah. So, more power to him. I definitely miss him. I thought he was I don't want to say a great character, but he was really coming out of his shell of what we saw when he first started. And that's what I was enjoying seeing. Like, when he would cut a promo, it was just this tougher side. And I was like, ooh, like this is really good. I like it.
But man, Josh Bishop,
yes.
Holy fucking shit, Josh Bishop. I don't know that there's a ceiling on that kid right now. Like, I feel like he could be the next star that comes out of Cleveland.
I've put it between him and Dom, and it's like it's between them. There's points.
Dom's got a head start for sure. And Dom just had that awesome announcement about WXW.
Yeah, like if we were to have a ranking of all the AIW students from the beginning, this is 1 and 2 right now.
Whenever one does something, the other manages to top it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think there's a great competition between them. I mean, that's why we saw that great feud, and I think that's not necessarily done right now. I mean, well, a pin's been put in it, and that's going to be revisited at some point. It almost has to. But
100%.
You just see it professionally, how hard they're working, and even outside of AIW and student-wise, that's why I put them 1 and 2, because I feel like they're out there way more than everybody else.
Well, both of those guys have had a lot of success outside of AIW.
Mm-hmm.
Dom being at Evolve and tagging with Kevin Koo and working all over the Northeast / Midwest. And I mean, Bishop has too. Bishop's been in Tennessee and Indiana and shit.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that Bishop got a belt in AIW before Dom did, though.
And what we've seen outside of AIW from Joshua Bishop is we've seen more than just regular Joshua Bishop. He had a very short run in Southern Underground Pro as Slutty Cat, which started off as kind of a joke, but it turned into a year thing, it was just Joshua Bishop getting to do something a little different. A little bit of
which was quite fun for him.
Oh God, that was so much fun. I mean, I've heard people out there hating it, but it's not necessarily, a huge pocket of fans. It was a fun parody of what we had with Alley Cat, but I don't know. The fact that it also stayed in one company was just so much fun. We have any more to say about Joshua Bishop and this? We'll fucking Justice was in there on that shit too.
So here's the thing. I mean, there's more to it. We just got to get further through this show.
Okay. Next up, we have what turned out in between the episode and the show. There was a change in the card, sadly. Nick Gage had a wedding to go to. More power to him, but we had a replacement, Mance Warner versus Eddie Kingston instead.
His match still ruled.
Oh, yes.
Whole bunch.
Saw Mance Warner wins via lariat.
To the face, I might add. Just right in the face.
I felt like they teased him and Duke not being together for much longer, and boy, that makes me happy.
I caught that. I don't know if we're just looking too far ahead here or looking too deep into stuff, but
I just love that when Mance comes out, Duke always comes through the curtain first, gets booed. Mance comes through the curtain, gets cheered.
Because Duke is very good at what he does, and so is Mance, but for totally different reasons.
Yep.
I was about to say, I put this on Twitter, on my personal Twitter. The Duke is the best wrestling manager in all of Ohio. there are...
That's probably true.
I feel like there's some out there that act like they are. Number one, they don't have as big of profile or as big a company. But I think the heat that Duke can get is just nuclear.
So the only asterisk I would put on that would be, and it would be the same for the other guy that I think would qualify for it, but technically Duke's not just a manager because he wrestles.
Yeah.
I think when Dr. Dan works as a manager and not as a wrestler, he's a solid 1B to the Duke.
I'll give you that. I agree.
Yep. Duke and Dr. Dan are both managers, so interesting comparison, nonetheless.
Yeah. I think maybe it's because, Dan is newer at this.
Yeah, that's fair.
But he definitely, I'm not going to knock his credentials. He's really good at it. Yeah. I mean, the joke has been made, Dr. Dan could be the Duke's son, and it would be believable.
I can see it.
Part of me wants them to do that, but the other, I don't. Just have that be, our joke. Because, like I said, I've heard it before. I don't remember where, but the comparison has been made, and it makes so much fucking sense.
Yeah, we've already got one father-son tandem, and we don't need another.
So, yeah. Mance Warner, and with the Duke, I feel like they've been teasing that for a while. We're eventually going to get a payoff.
Eventually. Not sure how soon, but it's going to happen.
Because I think it happened at the last show, too. At this place.
I'd have to go back and look, but yeah.
Where it looked like something was about to happen between Mance and Jock, and they're like, fine. So I feel like
something did happen.
So I feel like they're teasing it, but it's not happening right now. We'll see.
Yeah. I feel like having Mance in a tag team is almost like a waste of Mance right now, too. Because he's so
want to have him as a
good.
Singles guy. Just look at this match.
Yeah, dude. Him and Eddie Kingston had a fucking... We've spent this whole time talking about Duke being a manager. This match was fucking great.
Yeah.
It was just fucking... It was another, brutal, just stiff fucking match. I loved it.
This is not the first time Mance has wrestled Kingston.
I would guess not.
They did some stuff in IWA, and Mance told me one other company, and is slipping my mind right now, but that's why I was super excited for this, because I've seen their other matches, and they were all really, really good. Just beating on each other for 20 minutes.
And it means we still get Nick Gage versus Eddie Kingston at some point.
At some point.
Oh, God, I hope so.
Just put it on the rap show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds good to me.
That makes sense.
Just death.
Next up, we had a match that Kayden... You didn't tell me that I forgot to post the match was happening. As I'm looking through the results, I go, oh, I fucked up. The next match was M-Dog Matt Cross versus Josh Prohibition, a co-main event of the evening, a 20th anniversary match of these two. And
I'll give you a pass for this one, for forgetting, because I was also real tired still.
Yeah. It was in between being tired and, it being this match. I was just excited to, watch it.
Yeah, I think everyone was just really excited. So...
Because also, I didn't mention this, and it was halfway my bad. I didn't take any Instagram videos, only because I think last time at this venue, they got fucked up. They got released in, a random order, because it's not great signal. So
the signal's kind of butt.
So the tweets can go through fairly quick, but when you're trying to send out a 15-second video, and then another 15-second video, and another 15-second video, and a minute's worth of 15-second videos in a row, it just clogs up and fucks shit up. So I didn't do it. I think the first match I took a regular video, and I was going to post them later. Yeah, then after that, I was just no, I'm not doing it. So sorry, anybody who was looking forward to that. So I think the Odeon has better reception.
It does. I've been there before. The reception's pretty good. So yeah, tired and all that, but Josh Prohibition, Matt Cross, so excited for this fucking match. And the thing that I love is 20 years together, and they go together so well. Josh doesn't wrestle as much, but I felt like it was a smooth match, and it wasn't dragged down. How'd you guys feel about it? Good to see Josh back for the first time since Absolution.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I said the same thing last week, but it's weird not having him on shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was excited to see him back too.
Especially in a match of this caliber.
And you know, this was another match where, and by this point, we've all been in that room for a decent amount of time.
Forever.
But this was the other match where I thought the crowd was a little dead at times.
Yeah. It was very noticeable at times here, which was sad.
Because this match was really fucking good. It was, I mean, how could this match not be good?
I wonder how many, like, I don't want to say non-wrestling fans, but like how many outside fans came to this show?
Just for, like, Cross or for Prohibition.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, didn't he say that it was the first time his dad had ever seen him wrestle?
Yep.
I remember when he said that, I'm like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah. I get how it can happen, though, man.
Yeah.
Hey, it's my 20th anniversary. Come see me wrestle.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Not that big of a deal. Sure, I'll come.
But yeah, that was that whole part. I mean, at the end of the match, too, I'm not really to fast forward through it, but well, when they both got on the mic, or just, it wasn't J-Pro that got on the mic, but still, when J-Pro brought in his daughter, like, I thought that was really cool, and it was, no matter, like, who won that match, it was, like, a proud moment between friends, and we did have Grandma Cross, like we mentioned earlier, and I was really happy about that. She didn't really get involved. She took her spot, which, no matter where she's sitting, she tries to get up to the barricade now when M-Dog comes out, but that's, I think, the only thing I really noticed from her, but it was just, I don't know, just, like I said, a fun back and forth between the two, and
she did run up to the ring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel bad for Grandma Cross. She never gets to see Matt win. Like, he has not done a lot of winning at AIW in the last couple years.
False. I think M-Dog won the match in Powerbomb.
Ow. Fuck off. Fuck off.
I think he won. I can't remember. I just remember Grandma Cross being hilarious that day.
Hey, that doesn't make a false asshole. That ain't a match in AIW. Oh.
It was an AIW ring.
Yeah, don't count, buddy. It was at 8 a.m. Shit don't count.
Oh, God. Can you imagine an AIW show at 8 a.m?
No. I had fucking ideas of maybe doing that year, and then got fucking shithouse drunk the night before and was like, no, there's no fucking way. I'm gonna sleep now.
I need.
Yeah, I'm the only idiot that did it. Like, of us three.
I mean, there were other idiots there. I've seen pictures. It wasn't just like you. They didn't have to superimpose a bunch of other people.
Said it before, say it again. I did it just to live out, like, a fraction of a dream that I used to have, so fine. I was happy with that, but yeah. Anyway.
Hey, man, you don't gotta justify shit. I just know why I wasn't there.
Oh, trust me.
8 a.m.
When I woke up, I was regretting it. I don't remember what time I got to sleep. I don't remember how much sleep I got. It probably only a couple hours. I ran to the gas station, grabbed a bunch of monsters, and that's all I, like, drank that day.
Dude, I don't know what the angle was like for you guys on the finish for this match, but from where I was sitting, it looked like he brained him through that table. And it
was gross.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I saw, like, video from other angles where I was like, oh, no, okay.
Yeah.
Like, it looked so disgusting from my angle. It was so good.
And it was Josh Prohibition winning via drunken driver through a table.
Which was a fantastic payoff to this match. Like, this match built, right? Like, it was like a really well laid out match. Like, it had different, like, segments to it, and there was the whole period where they were outside and against the rails chopping each other, and the fucking match was great. Everybody should watch that match. Like, there's tons of other good shit that happened on this show.
This show is fun, but watch this.
Yeah.
If you're gonna watch anything.
It's a great match, and I fucking hope that whoever is doing the fucking GCW backyard show on the 4th of July gets these two fuckers to go back to the backyard.
As soon as they announced it, or AKA you threw it in our chat, that's when I first seen it, that's the first two people that came to mind. Like, oh, J-Pro's been getting in shape lately. They're having this 20th anniversary match. Like, come on. This is just... Whether it's them two again, or whether it's euthanasia, it has to happen.
Yeah, I just, like... There's something poetic about those two 20 years later after being the literal poster boys for backyard wrestling, to then work this GCW backyard show, I feel like it just writes itself too easy.
Yeah.
Like it needs to happen. That's the hottest ticket of the summer, man. I don't know how you get an invite to that shit, but I'm jealous of everyone who does. I'm jealous of every single motherfucker who gets to go to that.
That's right. It is. You don't.
Yeah.
All right. Are we ready for the main event? Gauntlet for the Gold?
Yeah.
Should we go through entrance one by one?
Oh, fuck, man. We've been on here a long time already.
Well, I mean, we don't have to go into details. I mean, there's certain highlights we could stop at. You know, it started off with Mance Warner and the return of Joey Janela, which goes back to reactions. Pat went fucking nuts.
This is also the weirdest, and this is a bold fucking statement. This is the weirdest Joey Janela match I've ever seen. The full length of the Gauntlet for the Gold is the weirdest Joey Janela match I've ever seen. And I love
saying a lot.
Yeah. So many things happen. So many little things happen during this match. It's so good. Like, and there are things that happen that, like, I'm sure there are things I didn't see. There are things that people on the other side of the room wouldn't have seen. Like, little things like when he wasn't in the ring. Just, like, the weird shit he was doing. It was so good. He had a moment with an infant. Someone had a newborn. That show. He punched Pat. He punched other fans.
He was just beating up fans in the crowd.
He ran around with a spike. Like, fucking did someone's entrance with them later.
Yeah, we'll get to that. That's another highlight entrant.
The big thing for me was Janela looked like he was having a lot of fucking fun.
Yeah.
He was glad to be back here.
Yeah, he looked like he was having a lot of fucking fun. And you know what? Mania weekend, he looked like he was having fun, but he looked like zero stress, just having fun, knows that he can do whatever the fuck he wants to, basically. It was great. So fucking good.
Entrant number 3, Eric Ryan. Number 4, Eddie Only. Number 5, T-Money. Number 6, Zach Thomas. Number 7, Marino Tenaglia. Number 8.
There's a highlight elimination, by the way.
I didn't. What was that elimination? Because it was me
T-Money
trying to keep track of
Pounds Marino.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what it was.
Off the apron into the guardrail.
Was that one of the quick eliminations, or is that? I think it's someone else.
It was quick.
One of the quick ones.
Okay.
I think he was the first elimination.
Might have been.
First or second.
Entrant number 8, Dr. Dan.
And then you ain't ready.
Entrant number 9, Razor fucking Sharp.
This might have been the biggest pop of the night.
This also went with the theme of everybody for the reaction.
This place went nuts.
I kind of wish he would have been 21, because that is the number on his jersey.
Yeah.
But
it's
still fun. It's still fun.
It needed to happen here.
Yeah. It's still fun.
Oh, it really fucking happened.
Wrestling is good.
Yeah. Dude, so my favorite parts of this were like the genuine reactions of some of the people in the ring to the reaction Razor Sharp got from the crowd, where they were like, really? What the fuck is going on? Like, Joey Janela looked thoroughly fucking good, and I loved it.
Gonna book Razor Sharp for spring break next year.
Dude, there's that picture of Razor walking down the ramp that's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's so good.
I don't know who took that, but that was so good.
So happy for that dude. Good for him.
And
he was a quick elimination.
Yeah. Yep. Forgot to mention that. Yeah, he was for obvious reasons, but yeah, eliminated really quick.
He obviously wasn't ready.
Entrant number 10, Ryder Reed.
Ryder Reed had a fucking amazing, I don't know,
Boston Crab.
10 minutes during that match.
Joey just killed him.
Yeah, there was a point where Janela had him in a Boston Crab. Mance had him in a fucking choke from the other side. And then, who was the third person? T-Money or somebody came over and raked his eyes?
Yeah.
And he was tapping out. Oh, it was so good.
Poor Ryder.
Yeah.
What'd he do wrong?
I decided to take a powerbomb through a skateboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was dumb. Don't know if he listens, but don't do that ever again.
Did he get eliminated onto a skateboard?
He got thrown. He did a skateboard spot where he went over the top rope, landed on his skateboard, skated around, and got back in the ring.
Okay.
Yeah. I missed that.
Because I think
that happened on my side of the ring.
Yeah, I was about to say, it was away from us, so it looked like, oh, he got eliminated, but then he's, like, skating. I was like, oh, okay.
Yep, landed on a skateboard.
Entrant number 11, Dominic Guarini. Number 12, PB Smooth. 13, Philly Collins. I didn't realize this till now, but number 14 in his 14th Gauntlet for the Gold, Marion Fontaine.
Always good to see him in the Gauntlet.
Oh, understatement. Love
His one appearance of the year.
Yeah, we need more, but still love it. Entrant number 15, Matthew Justice. Followed by entrant number 16, Wes Barkley.
Man, and that's something we didn't really talk about when we talked about that match. But Wes Barkley, acting as Josh's fucking manager, played a big part in Josh winning that belt.
Yeah.
And Matt got a little bit of payback here.
Yeah, he wasn't in for very long.
No.
Yeah.
Just in and out.
Entrant number 17, Derek Director. Number 18, the AIW Intense Champion, Joshua Bishop. Coming out with the belt, too.
And this sets up those two going forward because they eliminated themselves together and brawled out of the building.
Yeah. Noticing a pattern with Joshua Bishop and his feuds. Eliminating him and his opponent from the match.
Huh?
Number 19, Thrift Store Jobber's favorite wrestler, Lewis Linden.
Yeah, he was in there. Number 20 may have been, it's up there with Razor Sharp and Joey for biggest pop of the evening.
Okay, here's the thing with this. I seen him walking around like before the show but after doors open, and I was like, I haven't seen you in a while. Could you be a mystery entrant? And turns out, yeah. But I still wasn't sure because he could just been fucking hanging out.
Well, and so that's the thing I was going to say, because I've seen him at shows like at Mount Carmel where he was just there. And like not wrestling, just hanging out.
Not only was Jerry, which I don't know if we mentioned, yeah, it was Jerry. Not only did he come out, but students brought out the old Virgil-esque banner, Jerry, AIW Wrestling Superstar.
Never got that with Virgil.
Oh, God. Forgot about it. Oh, God, yeah. Entrant number 21, Weird Body. Entrant number 22, Worldwide. Entrant number 23, MJF.
Well, he didn't really enter here. But
that's true.
He came out at 23.
Eddie only must have been counting his lucky stars that he was already eliminated because MJF...
First thing I thought of.
MJF came out with Cheetos.
Walking around the edge of the crowd, eating Cheetos, throwing Cheetos at people.
And then he ran out and he freaked out, but he remembered, he had gummy bears in his tights.
Cheetos at a couple people.
Entrant number 24, Nasty Russ. Entrant number 25, Tim Donst. Entrant number 26, Bobby Beverly. Entrant number 27, Spider Nate Webb.
Tricky, tricky man, Spider Nate Webb.
Telling people he was an indie. I mean, he wasn't lying, but...
I'm sure at some point that day he was an indie.
Probably.
Nate Webb's the best. He's another guy that could be on every AIW show, and I would be totally fine with it.
Yep, 100%.
So, this is where we had Joey Janela walking around with him. It doesn't matter, it was Gauntlet for the Gold. Spider Nate Webb was walking around through the crowd just like normal.
Yeah, with Joey Janela.
MJF having maybe like flashbacks from Lost in New York. Wanted Traxler to stop playing the fucking music. Even when fucking back there. I think he was on the mic and he said, "Stop playing it, fat boy."
Yeah.
Something like that. Oh, it's fucking hilarious.
Can I give AIW fans credit for something, too? Anybody who sang "You Are My Sunshine" at MJF Mania weekend, thumbs up. It was topical at the time. I am really fucking glad that this crowd didn't decide that it was time to still keep that shit going when MJF came out here.
It was attempted, but it didn't catch on.
Well, good for everybody who didn't let it catch on, because its time has come and gone.
Entrant number 28, Eddie Kingston.
Yeah.
Entrant
good number 28.
entrant number 29, Big Twan Tucker. This moment is what I was laughing my ass off, because like MJF getting on Big Twan's back and talking shit. I can't wait to see these two together more.
Real good.
And then
there was a part of me that really thought that was the thing, and MJF was going to win. That he was going to be the heel winner because of fucking Twan.
Because he did nothing.
Yep.
God, that would have been great. But we have entrant number 30.
We sure fucking do.
Ooh.
The last big reaction of the night came from Thrift Store Jobber. Now, little before, for those who don't know, but who came out, I seen this person before the show with his gear bag and a hood up as I was scouting locations to do the interview that you hear. I think it's going to drop next week with Matt Wadsworth, trying to figure out a place I can do it outside. So here he is trying to like not be seen, and I see him. It was none other than fucking Kaplan. And as soon as Steve Guy was counting down, and I knew, okay, 29 entrants, Kaplan isn't out yet, I just locked eyes over to Thrift Store Jobber, and he flipped out. I fucking love it.
Dude, safety first Kaplan.
That too. Yep, safety first.
Got to have a little showdown. Like, look, it's no secret. I'm a big Tim Donst fan. But Tim Donst stole that fucking gimmick. And they got to have like a little taste of like a throwdown. I would like to see that be a real match at some point. Like a full fucking match of Kaplan versus Tim Donst. But
I mean, that was kind of brewing last year because it was Donst. Yeah, I don't know whether it was Donst eliminated him or stole his hard hat and did his safety first pose.
Yeah.
And then Donst got eliminated this time, and he got eliminated on our side, and he's like, I'm safety first. And I was like, he was safety first. And he goes, I was safety first.
Safety first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that in between.
The other thing that, oh, sorry, good.
I was going to say, I always felt it was in between that or just have those two tag up as safety first.
Hey, I would take that too.
I'll root for Tim Donst. I was also hardcore if he does that.
I was also so happy that number 30, because I did not know that Kaplan was in the building. I had a couple of people spoiled for me earlier in the day, but Kaplan hadn't. But Potato got carried out of there.
Oh, forgot about that.
Earlier in the Gauntlet. And I was like, no, do not make this fucking Potato at 30. Do not, because he had been teasing on the internet all week that he was going to wrestle after his embarrassing video of ranting and raving in fucking New Jersey. Man, I couldn't have been happier that it was Kaplan. So happy.
Okay, so in reference to that video, let's play a what if game. What if Dave Dawson did win Gauntlet for the Gold? So that means he would go main event Absolution with Filthy Tom Lawler. Would that match alone be worth what we would have to go through between Gauntlet and Abso with Potato?
The only way I'm interested in that if it's a shoot fucking MMA match.
I mean, it could be. You don't know it.
Murder.
Yeah. If it's like shoot fight, yeah, no, I'll take that. It'll be like 10 seconds long unless Tom just, fucks with him. But
either option is okay.
Yeah.
But he wasn't in it, so he didn't win.
He sure wasn't. We got Kaplan instead. It was great.
The return of Kaplan.
I hope it's a regular return. Like, he was never like an every show guy, but boy, just to have him, every couple shows, that'd be fantastic.
He was a fun guy, period. Like, in the ring, out of the ring, whenever he had a match, just fucking love Kaplan.
I think it's hard not to.
Glad he still pops up every once in a while.
Yeah. The last time we seen him, was it Gauntlet last year?
Maybe.
I believe so.
No. I feel like he was at a show eating pizza after that.
Could be.
But not like he didn't work it.
Yeah. This led us to our final four. Not going to go through eliminations. That was too much to do. So, final four was MJF, Mance Warner, Joey Janela, and Eddie fucking Kingston. Final two was, because we don't have that tweet for that, was it MJF and Eddie Kingston?
I believe so.
It wasn't Joey.
And
Yeah, it was MJF and Kingston.
the winner of Gauntlet for the Gold 14, none other than Eddie fucking Kingston.
Fuck yeah.
And afterwards, he said he is not leaving wrestling until he wins the Absolute Championship, and pretty much called out Filthy Tom Lawler. So as of right now...
Let them beat each other up again.
So as of right now, Absolution main event, or at least the Absolute title match, Eddie Kingston versus Filthy Tom Lawler. That's gonna be fucking insane. Part 2. When was the last time?
Absolution 2017. Whatever number that was.
They blur to me now.
My brain's bad with the numbers. I just remember the year.
12? 12. 15 was 10. Yeah?
Man, I'll take that match. As the main event for Absolution? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, they'll just beat each other up for a while. It'll be real fun.
Yeah.
So it was the first time, and it was great.
Eddie Kingston winning the Gauntlet is some of the best booking I've seen in AIW, period. It's so good. Love
It's
it.
been a
Love
long-term thing, if you want to look at it like that.
Yeah.
All right. Any final thoughts on this show, Gauntlet for the Gold 14? Start with Kayden.
Fun show. Top to bottom. Nothing really bad on the card.
How about you, Stacy?
I thought the show was great. On paper, I thought it was going to be long. Like, I really thought it. And then it started a little late, and I was like, oh boy, this is going to be real long. It really didn't feel long. Like,
no.
the show didn't feel as long as it was. And it had, like, there wasn't, with the exception of a match I didn't watch, so I don't know how it was. I never saw a bad match the whole night. So, yeah, it was great.
It's one of AIW's biggest shows of the year, so...
Yeah, if I was grading it, I would give that shit an A.
I agree with that.
Yeah, same thing. The thing that I always love about Gauntlet is I love the Royal Rumble match as a whole. So doing the same thing here, not knowing who's going to win. Like, sometimes we get real surprises. And I think this one, I would lean towards surprises. What was the surprise? Lewis Linden was one of the bigger ones, but other people, when they've won, it's, you kind of see coming, and it's still good, but it's just leading up to Absolution. And I still think, a lot of the other shows, JLIT, Absolution, and Hell on Earth, like the stables, those are fun too, but just the mystique of Gauntlet for the Gold, love it.
I'm a sucker for a Royal Rumble style match, and Gauntlet for the Gold delivered big time. I fucking love it.
I'm going through Twitter right now from the show day, because that's what I've been reading the results off of. We forgot to mention the forks.
Oh, yeah that happens.
Oh, Eddie Kingston, not Eddie Kingston, fucking Mance Warner, and Eric Ryan.
This was the first, 5 minutes of the Gauntlet.
And they're just, stabbing each other. And not, slow stabs, like the fast, stab. Oh.
Killing each other.
And while that's happening, Joey Janela is, in the corner / trying to, half leave the ring between the ropes. Joey sold all that shit real well while it was happening. It's so good.
Didn't help that Mance had just had a death match the night before the show, so his head was already screwed up.
Yeah.
From a Kenzan, I believe.
Oh, man, I saw some rough gifs from that match, too.
Eh.
Did he bleed a little bit against Kingston, too?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought, yeah. Obviously.
Because of the headbutts.
Yeah, probably mostly from the night before, but still, yeah, fuck. Hey.
Mance had a rough weekend.
All right, any final thoughts or last minute word, or your social media plugs before we go? Start with Kayden.
It's the usual. I'm KVR216 on all social media. I'm not a very interesting person, but follow me on whatever you choose to.
Stacy?
My personal stuff's at Stacy Silvers on Twitter, S Silvers on Instagram. Super fantastic podcast, the laziest podcast on the internet. Still has not posted a new episode yet, but May's looking to be real busy. There's going to be at least 2 episodes happening in May. So,
ooh.
Yeah, make up for the months where I didn't do anything. So yeah, super fantastic podcast on, wherever you get your podcasts from. And you can follow that on Instagram at Super Fantastic Podcast. Twitter at superfancastic. But yeah, we're doing the Transformers episode this month, which is, the research for it's the bane of my existence. But it'll be cool when it's done, and that'll be with Rick, who does those episodes with me every time, and then I've got some normal episodes coming up too. So there was just a little break. Life happens, people's lives happen.
Yeah.
The show's a longer record, so it's harder to get people to have the time to sit down for a couple hours versus something that's an hour or less. So
completely understandable. And not to mention with like those bigger episodes of Ninja Turtles and He-Man and all that, like the research that goes into it. Like it's not just two people turning on a microphone and being like, yeah, I think I kind of remember that. Like, oh wait, I forgot about that. Like it's well researched, well prepared.
Yeah, I mean, technically, I guess I started doing the research for this Transformers episode in like '86. But, like actively for this episode, I started doing it in March, and we're gonna record in like 2 weeks. So that's a lot. Watched a lot, read a lot, bought a lot of reference books. Every time I do one of these, I end up buying a lot of reference. I don't know. I like doing it. I like the deep dives into the toy lines, but they're not why I started doing the show. I started doing the show just to have conversations with people who are fans of stuff and collect stuff. So yeah. I'm looking forward to getting back to that too.
And of course, you can find myself at Heavyset330 on all social media, just like you can find this show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Facebook.com/WrestlingCheers, Twitter.com/WrestlingCheers, and Instagram.com/WrestlingCheers. Email, if you so choose or desire, WrestlingCheers@gmail.com. Please rate, review, and subscribe wherever you listen to this podcast, whether it be Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, TuneIn, YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or Podbean, WrestlingCheers.podbean.com. Check out on our friends on the Trending Topics Network, such as All Beer Inside, Eurovision Showcase, Old School at the Movies, and Wrestling with Altitude. Check out our other podcasting friends, such as Pod Van Dam, The Road Home from Wrestling, IndieCast, Center Stage, So Bros Network, Big Gold Belt Podcast, Spotlight Series, and I Got Your 5-Star. And check out our other non-podcasting friends, such as Thrift Store Jobber, The Savage Stash, Set Tap Photo, PowerSlam.tv. Use Wrestling Cheers, all one word, and get your first month free. Ringside Shots Photography, Sickening Pictures, Wrestle Void, Key on Sports, Stay Tough, Midwest Territory, Southern Underground Pro, and the official graphic designer of Wrestling Cheers, Moy Boy Designs. That will do it for us here on Wrestling Cheers, where everybody knows your name, but we're not ready. Later.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Would you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name.